Hello, all you wonderful people. Welcome back. Two videos in one day. Wow, it's very strange, at least for me. I just thought I'd show a little hodgepodge of stuff that I've got recently in the last month or so. Uh, I'll just kind of get into it. Uh, I'm a big fan of the two Marls publications. Subscribe to Back Issue and Alter Ego, and just got these issues recently. Both of the books have stuff that I'm interested in. And this first one is back issue 142, featuring Superboy in the Bronze Age. Now, there have been Legion of Superheroes issues, but this is just kind of focusing on Superboy's adventures in the Bronze Age. And I'm sure if anybody's a fan of Superboy or DC Bronze Age, they've seen this before. This was actually the art to an Aurora model. This is Keith Giffen, I'm sorry. Still thinking about the last video. Dave Cockrum. He did the art on the model box, which was pretty cool. And they just kind of featured this on here. There's a lot of, for fans of Superboy, some great Neil Adams covers in this run, as you can well see. And I really became a fan of this. I mean, I love the Legion of Superheroes, but I really became a fan of Superboy in the early 70s. It's got several really cool articles. And here's some original art, one of the issues with Aquaboy. When I started getting back issues as a kid, really went crazy on the Superboy stuff and got a big run of those issues. This was always one of my favorites, with a young Bruce Wayne and young Clark Kent. Pretty cool stuff. And here we have here's a picture of the model box art. And this is they did a reissue of it. I guess the company was called Brand Mobius, I guess recently or a few years ago, where they did an assembled version of the finished model of the Superboy, which is pretty cool. Over here we have some more Bronze Age Superboy, two of my favorite stories. Bronze Age. And what would we do without those giants and those 100-pagers, right? So just some really cool stuff. People that are interested, and it's actually got Super Goof. I think Howler Mouse is a big fan of this book. So you got some Super Goof stuff in it for you Gold Key fans, which I count myself as one. What else we got in here? Super Soul Comics. So a little something for everybody in this book. You got Super Dagwood. So just kind of a super theme all the way around. So great book. Here's Alter Ego number 181. It's got a lot of stuff about Neil Adams in this one. Some great articles, people that worked with Neil. There's a great one in here with Roy Thomas. They were on the Avengers and the X-Men together. You remember those great issues? What else? Got some Conan by Neil Adams. I could do 15 videos on Neil Adams and still never touch, the greatness of that man and his comic art. There's a Neil Adams checklist. And here's a young picture of Neil Adams. some another one of my favorite characters. There's some Man-Thing art. What else we got here? Here's an interview with Howard Chaykin. Some of his Neil Adams, Ben Casey comic strip art. He was on that for quite a while. You gotta love these paperback covers too that he painted. So just another great package. Everybody's seen these two images. So, I won't go on and on, but for Neil Adams fans, I mean, this is a must-have. And I think the next issue of back issue is Neil Adams' DC Bronze Age work featuring. So be sure to pick that one up. Got some Charlton Romance. Might have shown these on the comic book memory stream. Don't know for sure, but I found a lot of some Charlton Romance. Was pretty pleased to get it from the Bronze Age. Here we have Time for Love, number 30. Number 27. Number 29. I'm not sure about all the artists in the Charlton Romance books, but there was a lot of different ones. Here's number 34. These are actually pretty nice shape, which isn't the case most of the time in Charlton books. They got a good price on them, so I was happy to get these. Okay, I got a nice little stack of some variant covers. I'm not really a big variant cover guy, but since DC came back out with the new Justice Society series, which I'm a big fan of the Justice Society, any of the DC Golden Age stuff, Justice League, you guys that know me. And I just kind of really got into picking up some of these variant covers. Now, this one is from an older Justice Society series from the 2007 series, and I'd always want this one, and I finally found it for a decent price. So this is Justice Society of America number 41 from 2010 with a variant cover by George Perez. And it just does not get any better than that, folks. The late, great George Perez. Gone far too soon. That's just, and this is the lineup like in the early All-Star comics, because you have Wonder Woman, and you have Dr. Fate with a half helmet, the Atom with the full face mask, and you have the Spectre and Starman, Sandman without the gas mask. So it's a pretty cool book. Okay, as far as the new Justice Society series, I've got 3 or 4 or 5 here. Alternate covers. Here's an alternate cover of number 1 with Alan Scott. I can't remember who did the Yannick Paquette did the pencils on this. Big fan of Alan Scott. Green Lantern. I think this is another variant of number 1 of the Steve Lieber cover. Kind of the same lineup as the first Justice Society book I showed. Sorry about kind of got the foil thing going on. Which when, they started all the variant cover stuff back in the 90s, I never was a big fan. To me, that was just kind of a, I thought it was a waste of money. But, as time goes on, I'm trying to pick some of my favorite artists or favorite teams or books. Because it's just nice to look at. So, pretty cool there. This is really a favorite. This is another variant of number 1 with a Jerry Ordway cover. Kind of harkens back to the All-Star Revival from 1976. Which this was a lineup. You have Robin of Earth 2 in his later costume, Star Spangled Kid, Power Girl, Hawkman with the full head mask, Wildcat, and of course you got Jay Garrick, one of my favorite characters, and Alan Scott. So have to get that one. Like I say, big fan of Jay Garrick, so I couldn't pass this one up. This is another Yannick Paquette variant for number 3. Yeah. So nice one there. Really like this one. That's the last one I'm going to show the variants. This is the variant of Just Society 3 by Steven Sadowski. This is the lineup they had in the JSA series. I guess back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So, you know, really, really nice artwork there. Okay, and the last thing I got to show, everyone that watches the 4-Color Fossils and you know, countless other streams that this guy's been on. I got an AOK, an act of kindness, in the mail. He told me it was coming, but this book I've wanted for a long time, and I can't even remember. I must have mentioned it that I, you know, was looking for one of these, or I'd wanted one for a while. So he, out of the goodness of his heart, sent me a copy of this. This is the logo variant of Justice League International, or Justice League, from after they had the crisis and restarted the book. This is number 3 with the Superman logo. Yeah, nice cover there with I think Kevin McGuire on the art. You got Captain Marvel and Batman, Rocket Red. But there's the variant logo. I think they did this too on, I think it was Firestorm 61, for your Firestorm 61. Had the same, I like to have that one. And but this was a really nice gift from Eric, and buddy, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Just, you know, I can't say enough about this community and the people in it, but really happy to have that one in the collection. All right, guys, that's all I got. Like I say, it's a big deal for me to do a video on my own channel, and especially 2 videos in one day. But I hope you've enjoyed this. You know, I always enjoy getting on here and talking about comics, because in that community, that's what we do. All right, guys, hope you're having a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Onward and upward, once again.